Diarrhea. Have you ever had it? Boy, I sure did. And do.
What do you eat?
I got me some fucking food poisoning last Sunday into Monday from Cheesecake Factory, man.
Oh, no.
I'm talking like ass piss monsoon, man.
I do not envy you, sir.
You ever had like a nice little bout of food poisoning or just some food to make you...
Yeah, I've had...
Well, that's actually a dumb question. I know. I would always give you shit. It was like, maybe it's your constitution stuff, and maybe you need some good bacteria in your guts.
Yep, definitely have had some bad seafood.
Yeah, it was an expensive burger, too. And the goddamn thing made me sick.
Blame Steve-O.
Yeah, I messaged him.
You fuckers.
And I was like, Steve-O, fucking Cheesecake Factory got me really sick.
Me.
And he was like, that's surprising because they follow all the standards to a T, apparently. Apparently they got really good, apparently they're a really good company to work for.
Yeah, that or he just fell for the spiel.
Well, he went in there.
I actually have heard that, though, that it's a good place to work.
Yeah, they got good benefits.
Saw some articles about it, too.
But my stomach still feels on the fritz. I've been all right, like Tuesday up until just now. I got a nice cut of meat from Carl's. You ever go to Carl's up on the end of Silver Spring there?
Yes, I believe I have.
With their world famous brats that are just like it's a brat.
Regular brats.
Yep. I stopped in there after stopping into my dad's to see if they had usually I don't get this way, but yesterday I barely had anything to eat. Had a couple of Coronas. Was feeling a little lightheaded. So I needed to get something to eat. Felt a lot better afterwards, but they're not to the point where serving brats for lunch. When I went in there and got a chicken breast stuffed with provolone and jalapenos and had some bacon.
I had one of those once. It was delicious.
Yes, it was delicious. Just throw it on the foreman for a little bit. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, give it the
But I know it's that. It's going right through me, man. It's not just it's not acid burn. It's jalapeno spice burn.
Maybe you can't handle jalapenos anymore. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I'd fucking rather kill myself.
There's this guy that just can't do jalapenos and that I play games with sometimes.
Really? How did that come about? Is it somebody you know in real life, or is it somebody you met online?
No, we know him in real life, and
that'd be really funny.
We made some these things called Juicy Lucy's last weekend, which is you take you stuff the cheese inside the burger. Yeah, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. But we're just fucking with this guy. We're like, oh yeah, we put jalapenos in some of them. We don't know which ones though. We kind of forgot that you can't eat jalapenos. And this dude's just sweating. He's like, well, I don't want to cut them all open. It's just dude, there's no jalapenos in there. We're just messing with you.
You can't handle jalapenos, man. Jalapenos is boneless habaneros. No, that's banana peppers.
Banana peppers are the wimpy stepson.
Yeah. I can't believe I used to think that shit was spicy. You get your banana... I
love banana peppers.
You get your single shriveled banana pepper with a fucking pustule shitty popping Papa John's pizza.
Oh, the pepperoncinis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they had the on the side. They had the.
I thought those are pepperoncinis.
Are they
banana peppers?
I thought
pepperoncinis are a little hotter. I thought. Should I bring up the Scoville chart so you can figure out where we're at on this thing?
No, it ain't shit. I know that for sure. It ain't shit. Let me tell you, I've done some damage down there on Scovilles, man. Oh goddamn.
Yeah, pepperoncinis. I kind of want to look up the Scoville scale.
The Scoville scale.
Banana peppers are nothing.
I know.
But pepperoncinis, I think, are higher than banana peppers.
The Scoville scale is almost deceiving because instead of they just blow it out of proportion, Instead of establishing a ratio where the number makes sense, it's the low end of the scale is this starts at 100,000. And it's what's this pepper on the Scoville scale? 150,000.
Yeah, couldn't you guys
whoa, that must be really hot. No, they can't do 1 to 10. I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of parts per million of the molecule.
Okay.
What's a pepperoncini at on the Scovilles?
Bell peppers are 0 to 100. Banana peppers 100.
Okay.
I'll let you keep looking at this here for a second.
The banana pepper is 100 to 1,000. Well, I would look at it if you stop fucking
I'm
moving.
trying to move it so I can...
I also don't care that much about this, so...
Look up the fucking pepperoncinis.
Okay, I guess, like, once you get up to the top, it's like 3 million. 800,000 to 3 million.
I mean, if that doesn't make those pseudo tough guys who like eating hot stuff feel good about themselves, I don't know what is.
I am not like a pseudo tough guy, but I do enjoy like having a little taste of something that's not particularly good tasting and just obnoxiously hot. It's just like that masochist inside of me. And it's just like, ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that hurts so good. Punch it, baby.
I like the pain. Maybe they didn't test the peppercini. Or maybe I'm just getting confused and the peppercini is the bell pepper.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's just the Italian name for it.
The Italian name? I do love me some Italian Gardenera, man.
That's just the bomb.
Dude.
I used to just keep jars of that and just fucking mow down on it when I got...
Are you fucking for real?
Snack.
You just eat the Gardenera in oil?
Yeah, there's even people that do that at work. You know, stick it on some bread too. Just mow.
What?
That's the spicy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like, it's like some like hot peppers and like olive carrot stuff, like pickled in oil.
Yeah.
And you just put that on a sandwich by itself?
You could put it on some bread. I mean...
You dipping bread in olive oil or something like that?
And
okay, that sounds a little bit better.
Yeah, then
the way you said it, I was just like looking at it.
What,
like,
just slapping it between two pieces of Wonder Bread?
What the
fuck,
man?
No,
you get a nice artisanal loaf, and then, you cut the top out of it, and you start hollowing it out, and you dip it in the oil,
and then you get diarrhea afterwards. Oily diarrhea. And it's not from the spice, it's from the oil.
Trying to look up the...
Let me tell you, man, anytime I used to have this Subway I'd stop at on my way back from band practice at the Beholder down in Kenosha. There was a Subway I'd stop at, and they had Gardenera there. Every time I'd get it, I'd get diarrhea. Every single time.
I wonder why it's fucking Subway.
Yeah, I know, but like... I found out the hard way because that's like an hour trek on the freeway, and then...
Well, you just getting bubble guts on the ride home?
Just like gotta stop at American TV for your home.
Sir, can I help you? Yes.
Show me to your deluxe toilets.
Like to see the suite.
We did see some weird shit this week. I was coming back.
Glad you had an eventful week.
Yeah, sure. I was coming back from Pick and Save. Just got some like dinner. And I was going between like Brookfield through Butler back to Milwaukee. And I was just like, where's the cops? Where's the police?
Where are the boys at?
Where are the boys at? This is Speed Trap Central. It's literally the perfect speed trap.
This is the one they put in the textbook.
Yep. Oh. And I don't see any until I get to Hampton. And then he's at the light. I'm like, oh, there he is. Ain't getting me today. I'm already slowing down for the light, motherfucker. So I turn the corner, I go over the bridge, and I swear to God, it's a woman who looks like she is like a cartoon caricature of like one of the gorillas.
Oh, gotcha. The animated band, not the majestic zoo animal.
Yeah, the animated band gorillas, they have a very distinct art style about them. And they're kind of like, you look at them and they're a little grotesque, very not pretty, but yet beautiful.
So what? She just had teeth flying all over? Or
no,
what?
she just like looked stern-faced, was just trotting along, and she had some sort of like tights pulled up to here.
Over the belly button.
Yeah, over the belly button, up to her tits, nothing covering her top.
She's just letting it all out?
Yeah, she was walking over the overpass.
Naked.
Full frontal.
How old was this lady?
I have no idea. But she just like almost had like a bomber jacket on and a fucking beanie. It was like strung out Billie Eilish. Fucking ghetto Billie Eilish with her tits hanging out, coming over the Milwaukee overpass, going towards
She
Butler.
wearing like some Fila white sneakers too and shit. Like what the hell?
So I was like,
I mean, it was a nice day, but come on.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, yeah, it's finally starting to warm up, but that's a little overboard for this shit.
You're warming up a little too much for us here.
So I was thinking, it's like, maybe I should see if this person's all right.
First mistake.
No, I did not do it, because then I was like, no,
That's
how
dumb.
you get yourself in some shit. Like, if this was anywhere else, if this was like a rural place, if it wasn't like a city, it would be like,
This was in Brookfield?
This was
Brookfield Butler
This was
border.
on the border of Milwaukee in the Butler.
All right, gotcha.
She was like, maybe she just like escaped L.A., aka
Yeah.
Milwaukee, and was like trying to get back. But I was like, that woman just had her tits out.
Yeah.
But it was like fun. I was like, she's immediately going to get picked up by this police officer that I just drove by.
Did you stick around to see what happened? No.
I mean, I kind of was tempted to turn around and
Just
just
be
like
like
kind of
snicker in your car, just like, let's see what happens.
But I didn't want to be that person, just like observing someone else's like obvious misfortune.
Yeah.
But it brought me back to just like going to work and getting stopped on like the corner of Silver Spring, about to get on the freeway, and this fucking lady with a pot belly smoking a cigarette would stop. She's like, "Excuse me, can you help me? I'm pregnant and I don't know where I am or whatever." And I'm just like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "No, I can't help you." Like,
The window just slowly.
Then she's just like, "You can't help me." I was like, no, not gonna get involved with this one, man. It's hard because you're like, I want to help. I also don't want to get stabbed by some hypodermic needle in your
I also don't want you to ruin my seats.
Oh, I'm not that petty. If someone was in trouble, I'd ruin some seats. But yeah,
These are
you've had some.
what?
You've had
Not
some
leather. Not leather. What? Just what do they call that? Just
Leather?
regular.
PU leather.
No,
Like
just
this
the
stuff?
regular like carpeting, seating.
fabric.
They just refer to as fabric seats. I don't have like a special name for it.
Oh. You've had some interesting tales that you've talked about here, but nobody listens, so you could probably.
Talking about the one last week with that crazy lady that walked up to my car.
There was that. That one's a little recent. You had one where a crackhead was like knocking on your window at home.
Oh yeah, that was an exciting night.
Yeah.
It was a couple years ago. Yeah, a couple years ago. It's like 2 a.m. We had like just gotten this dog. The dog.
Oh, I could not imagine that shit, because the dog has settled down a ton, but it used to just be like, people,
Yeah.
people.
We had like just
It still
kind of
is kinda.
Yeah, we had like just kind of. I got a story about that though. So that we had like just kind of gotten this dog. I feel like she was pretty new to the
This dog is a dingo, for those who don't know.
Carolina dog. So she was just kind of starting to settle in, and God, it's like 3 in the morning, and all of a sudden, dog sleeps at the foot of our bed, is just barking off, and me and Britt jump up, just kind of, Brooke, relax, it's fine, everything's fine. And then we look up, and there's this lady at the window. She's just like knocking on the glass and stuff, like mock barking at my dog. So I fucking run out. I fucking grab did I grab the bat or the airsoft pistol that I got from when I lived here? I like ran outside.
That's where that went.
Yeah, it was just like in a bag of shit that I have. I never brought it back. It's like this metal airsoft pistol.
Yeah, it's not marked at all. It doesn't have like an orange tip on it. It looks like it's a real gun.
Ironically, that's another story where I got robbed with somebody with that exact same kind of thing. And that's how I knew it was a fake. We'll launch into that story after this. But anyway, I run outside and this lady's just like shower cap on. Like, you know, like so
My hair, it's still in curlers.
Yeah, like so stereotypical, like sitcom-y, It's Always Sunny, like crackhead.
Like the Asian lady with the cigarette in her mouth.
Yeah.
Kung Fu was like, you pay rent.
Yeah, she's just like, ah! And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Do like the leg kick, I'm in my boxers, just like, get out of here, give like the little kung fu karate chop with, I grabbed one of those two things, I don't remember. She fucking takes off. And I fucking call the cops. I'm just like, there's this crackhead running around, and
the cops are just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, the fucking, or I think Britt called the cops, but the dispatcher was like, all right, we'll send a unit over there tomorrow. Because I was like, I'm not dealing with this. It's fucking 3 o'clock at night. So, like, have somebody going up and down patrol, and then you can have an officer stop at my house the next morning. So this officer stops over, and he's like, yeah, I'm here to take your statement. I actually had a run-in with this woman, like, earlier in the day at the like, the bridge near my house, and she thought she was going to jump in the river.
Oh.
But I was like, yeah, she had this, like, a bag of random stuff. She had, like, Yankee candles in there, like, all kinds of weird stuff. It was just...
Homie.
It was, yeah.
She's a homie crackhead.
It was a weird incident. I never saw her again, never heard anything about her again, but...
Still, it's like, it's jarring. You have that shit happen to you. I had somebody at my first place walk in who was, like, tweaking. I was, like, asleep. This guy just walks in our front door, and he's like, my name is Earl. And then we're just like, Earl, you need to get the fuck out of here. And thankfully, he just turned around
and left.
Yeah, because there was like 3 of us, and we were just like I was like sleeping, and then this guy comes in, and it's like fucking glass breaking. I'm like, Earl, you need to get the fuck out of here. Just like the bizarrest fucking situation ever. We used to have people who would literally come and smoke blunts on our front porch.
You're just like,
no idea who the fuck they are.
Who are you people?
Yeah.
No, we was friends with the last tenant.
We never said anything to him. We just let him. You know that they were there because the house would start to stink like weed.
Yeah, like
the air conditioner
Sweets.
Was like still there. Yeah,
it
you know.
like Swisher Sweets. And
speaking of Swishers, after I drove past the overpass titty lady, there was this person like driving a Mini Coupe that I got stuck at a light behind that they could have made and I could have made, but they stopped. And this is like a fucking long light in the middle of rush hour. So I'm just like sitting behind them, muttering, Sweets? Cursing him. No, I get past him and I'm just like, who is this fucking dingus? And I look over him and it's like a person just like smoking a Swisher.
My man. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see that.
Actually, it was an old Asian lady.
So one of my stories from this week was actually just last night. So my dog chilled out quite a bit, but I'm going to pick up Britt, and the dog asks to come along. Like the dog's like, "Can I come with?" Basically, in a human, just like that in a human voice. It's like, "Can I come along?" So I accept the offer, or I accept.
How's she do with car rides?
Fine. She just sits next to me in the passenger seat.
And you put Britt in the back.
Well, we used to hook her up in the back, but she'd cry, and now she just sits up front and just sits there. So we drive all the way down there, and downtown there was a lot of dogs walking, and Brooke still can't handle other dogs. So she's like sitting in the car hyperventilating, getting all worked up, not like causing too much havoc, but definitely getting worked up. Yeah,
right?
Just like, there's other dogs and I want to kill all of them. And
does she really want to kill him, or does she just get excited and wants to play?
She's not gonna ever be friends with
That's
another
definitely
dog.
A kill.
Yeah, I don't think she'll ever be friends with another dog. I could cite an incident at the park with an off-leash dog that happened this last winter.
Cite an incident with that dog and a snowman.
Yeah. So Britt comes back in the car, and Brooke's all worked up, and then the ride home, she's more just like, I need something. I'm really high anxiety. She steps in Britt's coffee. She like steps right through the plastic lid. Then she's like, my foot's hot, and Britt's then Britt's pissed off too. She's like, you just fucking spilled coffee all over me, and like you just made a huge mess.
Dog can't understand that.
But there's hot coffee everywhere.
Yeah.
Brittany gets frustrated. She's just like, God damn it. We get home. Dog just throws up. Just all the stress. All the stress and anxiety. She just right on the carpet.
Lovely.
Clean it all up real quick, but...
Is she like torn shit like apart in your apartment?
Nope.
From like anxiety ever?
No. She just got really worked up with everything going on.
Sam's old dog Webster, rest in peace. Best border collie I ever met. Such a cool dog.
Some separation stuff get destructive.
No, they moved, and when they moved, he had like high anxiety, and I think Sam was saying it was because of like the construction going on. It was like a lot of jackhammering by like some of the Bayview exits. And it just drive the fucking dog crazy.
Yeah, that shit's like metal music for a dog. They just gotta break shit.
So you give him lots of peanut butter, try and calm him down stuff. But oh my God, did this dog... It was like a really well-behaved dog, really smart. And it just absolutely tore the shit out of some drywall as soon as he walked in. It was like amazing. It was like tore up carpets and shit.
You're just like, how is this possible?
Yeah, how is this possible, man?
How could little Webby do this?
Yep. Poor Webby.
Meanwhile, I get these two cats over here making out.
Right? Look at that. Guys, gross. Get a room.
Right? Get a room, you two.
I don't know what's been up with them lately. They have been just like all lovey-dovey in my face. And I've just been like trying to watch TV, and Bane will just be like,
yes.
yes.
Let us watch together.
Love now. Let us watch together. And by let us watch, I mean me.
I can tell the robbery story because the airsoft pistol tie-in.
Okay. Yeah.
So, this is actually like a two-parter. This is my car getting T-boned, not having a car, kind of all led into this. So, we'll start at the very beginning. This is a good one.
Once upon a time in a land of mirth.
So we were going to a friend's birthday party in B's black Honda Accord, and it's in Wisconsin Dells. We're
Jesus,
driving.
How old is that car, man? Did you guys have that when you were here?
Yeah. So we're plowing down the highway going to the Dells, and
oh, speaking of the Dells, we should go sometime soon, man.
yeah, we were talking about that last episode, Dells trip for sure. So we're going down. Buddy rented out this like apartment condos type suite at one of the resorts, so we could just party it up in there. You know,
it was expensive. I know I'm derailing your story.
Apparently not.
I'm trying to plan.
Apparently not. But so we're headed down there, and I think it's like 75 on the highway there. I'm not driving. Brittany's pulling full duty because it's not that long of a drive, and it's traffic starts slowing down because of construction. It's going down to one lane. There's like some construction going on. The lady behind us just plows right into us full speed. Was on her fucking phone or some shit. Just destroyed the entire back end of the Accord.
Totaled.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and you're fucking out of town.
Yeah. It hobbled its way there and back, but the frame was completely damaged.
Okay.
The insurance company totaled this bitch out. So have a great weekend. Great birthday weekend with the
that
fellas.
That sucks though. You got that like hanging over you. It was like, oh man, I got a new car.
So Brittany gets the insurance quote. Kind of garbage. Probably should have tried to strong arm them a little bit better, but we were young. This was many years ago. And she gets some cash, and she's working different hours than me. She starts going to look for a new car, and she ends up getting this Cavalier. Total piece of shit.
Oh my God, I hated that car.
Yeah, she took me to go look at it, and I was like, do not fucking buy this thing. Do not purchase this. It's a piece of shit. She surprises me one day. She's like, I got a surprise for you. I come outside. It's that fucking car. And you know what that car does? It died
immediately.
A half block down from where she picked me up. And I'm just like,
God.
I told you not to buy this fucking thing. So,
dude, seriously, Cavaliers felt like they were made out of
little
like
tin cans.
Yeah, pressed Hot Wheels tin.
Yeah, no suspension.
Yeah.
Everything was just a fucking vibration ride through hell.
It was like a hollow metal frame on top of the bottom of a Tercel.
So we get that fucking car. That car was just cursed. That car was just we were gonna die in it, or that car was just gonna fall apart. We were driving actually up here in it once, and there was like a piece of sheet metal that tore out the bottom of the car. We lost the exhaust, a tire, cracked a rim. There was like a cop right there too. He's like, I didn't see anything, and I drove up and down the highway. I couldn't find anything. Got that repaired, and then we moved. We moved to where we're at now, and I picked her up. It was about 3 a.m. because she worked till bar closed at the time, and this car runs a red light and T-bones us.
Just does it in.
Yeah. And I'm just like, good. I don't care about this car. I hobbled it to our house. The radiator was smashed. The car was totally
You swapped insurance, of course, right?
No, dude drove off.
Oh, it was a hit and run?
Yeah,
That
dude hit and
sucks.
ran. He was wasted. He ran right through a red light. We had a yellow light, and he just T-boned us. We 360 donutted in the middle of the
Don't
intersection.
drink and drive, folks.
Yeah, we 360'd in the middle of the intersection. Brittany got hit in the face by the airbag. I smacked mine out of the way because I knew it was coming.
You were like, no!
Yeah, because I needed control of the wheel. And I check on her, and she's like, I can't believe that guy just drove off. Like, we could be fucking dead. We're just like, yeah, I know. Guy's drunk. He just doesn't give a shit. Never found out who hit us. I even checked the local businesses for cameras if they had any footage. None. But yeah, that car was toast. So then we had no car. And I get invited out to a couple friends had heard of the strife. They're just like, oh, you know what, buddy? We're going to have like a Taco Tuesday thing. Why don't you come down? We'll get some tacos, get some booze, and we'll have a nice little, like, relaxing chill at our house. So I link up with my buddy. We walk over there. Well, actually, it was like a bus walk type deal. And we're there. We're hanging out. It's like 10 or 11. I'm going to meet up with Britt because she takes a bus that goes past this guy's house. And I walk out there right as I'm leaving. This guy goes, hey, buddy, don't get robbed out there. I was like, I won't, man. We'll have a great time. So I walk out to the bus. I'm on the phone. I just miss her bus. And I see these two black dudes come across the street. Now, I know I'm not in the best neighborhood, but these two guys come across the street. They're standing at the bus stop, like, waiting. And I'm just like, oh, I just missed the bus or whatever. And I hang up. And the one dude looks like Kid Cudi. He's got like a fucking pea coat and like, I don't even know how to describe those glasses. Like thin framed.
Looks like a sophisticate.
Yeah. And the other dude is just wearing like a big oversized gray sweater, tall, real skinny, clean shaven head, and like some really baggy pants. And I think he had like some shell toe top Adidas.
Jinko jeans.
Yeah. And this one dude just goes, give me the money. And he like cocks this gun, and I realize it's an airsoft pistol. Because like the way they cock and the way they pull back, like you can just tell it's an airsoft pistol.
So you're just like, man.
And I'm just like, oh yeah, let me see what I got. And I like start digging around my pockets, and I start closing the distance. I kept at the time, I lost that knife, but I had a knife on me all the time. So I start getting a little closer, and it's like, all right, here's what I got. And I fucking throw my arm up. Dude tries to like hit me with the butt of the airsoft gun because it was completely metal. Mm-hmm. He tries to hit me with it, so I blocked that. I just caught that in the middle of the chin, and I clinked out the knife. I didn't swipe or anything. His buddy was already gone. His buddy just booked it. He was already across the street, and then he ran off. He ran off too, and I was just like, all right, see you guys later. So
it's a good thing you stole that thing, so you knew.
And then I ran back to my buddy's house because there was like 8 people there.
Right.
And I'm just like, dude, I actually did just get robbed. And everyone was like, you're fucking with us. I was like, no, I missed the bus and some guys tried robbing me. So I went and stayed at a friend's house who lived like blocks from there. But it's actually a good thing. I had a bunch of cash on me. I had like just gotten a new phone. Like if I had lost all that stuff,
right,
I'd have been pretty pissed. I mean, I'd still be alive if I
was just like going over that in my head. Like, yeah, people have phones to rob, but honestly, it's like, give me the money. It's like, what money? I got debit.
Yeah.
They're like, swipe.
Yeah, they get like
they hold
an
you
iPay,
up, yeah,
and
they
iPay
fucking
swiper.
make you swipe your debit.
Give us the whole account.
It's like I only got $28. Bullshit.
That did shake me up a little bit. I probably would have handled the situation in the same way, but
Dude,
just getting held up. Just like, was it a real gun or was it a fake gun? It was a fake gun though.
well, you wouldn't have done it if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Fucking, you just had a situation happen to you that is like literally every gun nut's wet dream. I have my gun on me that I can carry legally, and then one day I'll get to be the hero. Although you didn't really you got to be your own hero that day.
Yeah. I saved myself.
Yeah.
I think I had 238
Why
bucks
did you
on
have
me.
that fucking much money on you, man?
There was something I had to buy the next day.
Weed?
No, it was. You know what it was? It was money for a new phone. I had to go get a new phone the next day. I didn't have a phone. I had to go buy a new phone.
Why'd you need money for that? Was it going to be like a secondhand phone or something like that?
I don't remember. Or maybe I had just gotten half of the rent or something. I know I had a ton of cash on me for some reason, and I was like, I can't get rid of it till tomorrow because I don't have a car. Some weird set of circumstances. I had way too much cash on me because usually I don't carry any cash. At most, I have like $20. Just don't need it.
Yeah, I never carry cash, like any cash.
Yep. Most of the time, you'll catch me. I won't have
And
any.
I kind of feel like should, because sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you need some. But honestly, in a decade, I really haven't.
Yeah.
I found myself.
You don't do payphones anymore. You don't need cash for that. Every place that you'd get hung up in what seemingly seems like like a situation that you'd be having an issue, there's an ATM.
Yep, the world has evolved to accommodate.
Yeah.
Literally, the only time I ever need cash is when I was like, I would like to smoke some pot today.
Yeah, and that's a cash only transaction because these guys haven't hopped on the PayPal or the
Venmo
thing.
me.
Yeah. Seriously, just PayPal it to them. Just friends and family, please.
They would, dude. PayPal is on that shit, man. If they suspect any like foul play, they will lock your account, fucking take your money.
$60, PayPal me, friends and family, please.
Yeah, but times that like 100 times if you're like a drug dealer.
Yeah,
It's a little
I'm sure, but
it's my Etsy shop. I sell puka shell necklaces.
they come with a little something special in the packaging.
Yeah, I don't really like that stuff anymore, though. It makes me feel like I'm gonna die.
Oh, what, smoking bud?
Yeah. I'm one of the anxious types. It just makes me feel paranoid.
That's what happened to me. I started getting real high anxiety and...
Yep. I just don't get how people can just get so fucking stoned. And if I was like, man, if I was doing that, I would be like...
Asleep or...
I would be worrying about fucking... I would be worrying about Jesse Ventura reading my thoughts remotely and just astral projecting me and like feeding it to the government or some shit like that. I'd be trying to like fucking talk to dust mites or some shit like that and like worrying about their wars and shit.
I know you're exaggerating a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
it's hyperbole, but honestly, I get like super paranoid.
I get anxious. I don't really get paranoid, but I get like anxious, and it's not even...
I get anxious about life. You know, it's like, oh man, you just haven't found the right strain yet. It's like, fuck you, buddy. It's just not for me, man.
No, bud, I feel like I'm sitting here wasting my time smoking weed. Like I think that's what happens with me. I'm just like, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I think that's what it is for me. But yeah, I get, if you told high school me fucking who thought he was Slater from fucking, what's that fucking movie, Dazed and Confused, that I wasn't smoking weed now, he'd be like, that doesn't even make any sense, man.
It's like smoking bud for life, man. Yeah.
No, dude, we're gonna start a dispensary. Although that would be a pretty lucrative business.
You know, to be honest, your parents try to stop you from doing it, but it's like, honestly, if there's any time, that's the time, because then you can like have a little bit of input. You can, you know, let them get it out of their system while you still have influence on them, rather than being one of these valedictorian, never touched a fucking drug in their life, go out to college and fucking fry their brains on acid.
Yeah. Or just get real deep into it and blow whatever.
Just blow a fuse, man.
We were actually talking today about, I was talking with an associate at work today about kids who fall into a lot of money. Like maybe they get in a car accident or their parents die young and they get all this money and
or
they
grandparent.
They just blow it all on whatever else, like partying like a rock star. And the next thing you know, you're out of money, you got no friends, and you got nothing going on.
Right.
Because I was telling him I was reading a story about some. I was actually on Reddit. It was the pizza delivery
ex-NFL
story.
players.
No, it was like what's the crazy story of pizza deliveries have told. And one dude was like, "Yeah, I saw this guy."
Pizza delivery people tell stories, and that's a thing.
Well, it was an Ask Reddit thing, and it reminded me of somebody that went to high school.
So it was like an Ask Reddit thing of like
what's a crazy pizza delivery story?
Oh,
from delivery guys.
You being a pizza guy. You made it sound like, what's a crazy story that a pizza delivery guy has told you? And I was like, that's a thing?
But But
I knew I wasn't fucking being stupid there.
the story in short was like this guy got hit by a semi a long time ago. He went to like school with this guy, and he was just like, yeah, he used to get pizzas delivered there all the time, but one year he stopped ordering. The mansion that he was in like got overgrown and didn't hear from him anymore. But it reminded me of a person that we went to high school with that their parents passed away. They got a ton of money and just kind of led that seat of their pants fast life.
Yeah, and then you fucking wake up one morning in a pane of glass wondering where it all went.
And you're 46 and you're wondering where it all went, and you're going to buy lotto tickets.
Yeah, and you got nothing.
Yeah.
You got no experience to do anything. You didn't even play football, man. People don't even know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, you can't even throw it over those mountains.
That's another thing that blows my mind. This is highly relatable because somebody in New Berlin just won like the 700 million plus jackpot. You hear about that?
Yeah, we were talking about the same guy. We were talking about what would you do if you won the lottery? Like, what would you be your... He had like an escape plan. He's like, I'm going to lay low for... I'm gonna basically line up to sell my house, call my financial advisor, go stay at a hotel, don't talk to anybody, go pick it up on the last day, and then basically move out of reach of people for a while, and then wait for it to kind of die down. But
that's a good idea.
Yeah, just like an escape plan.
Yeah, it's because they like everybody fucking like tells
Doug, you won the lottery, buddy.
Fuck. Why'd you have to say that so loud?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, 738 mil or something.
Yeah, if I got that kind of money, I'd
move to some luxurious resort country.
I would like keep like a place here, but I would like that's a lot of money.
I know.
Like that's like get like some other houses.
That's go
money.
Fuck people money.
Yeah, it's like go fuck you for the rest.
And
of
even with taxes, where they probably are gonna take like half of it or something ridiculous, that's still fuck you money.
I'd probably like get some fucking lakefront property here, depending on how much it is. Like even like the nicer properties here are reasonable compared to like New York or Los Angeles. But get a place with a view and then just kind of try and live modestly. Wouldn't like do cars or anything like that.
That's that was my thing. I was like, you see all these fucking people out there that buy like 3 Lamborghinis and then they're broke and a DeLorean that doesn't
because
work.
you don't understand, like when you buy a Lamborghini, it's not the cost of the car, it's cost of upkeep too. It's like a $30,000 tire
exchange.
Yeah.
I think I'd live pretty modestly, but I think I'd move to like some like just a place that people think is reclusive, like a reclusive country, like somewhere in Northern Europe. Or
I'd get a nice place to live, and I would finally do my dream of just getting a warehouse and just getting some like some machines, setting up a workshop, shit like that.
I picture it ending up more like oh shit, you didn't play that.
Instead of Rob Dyrdek's Fun Factory, it would be Doug's Fun Factory, and it wouldn't be fun for everybody. It would just be a bunch of be like lathes and mills.
Yeah, just like all kinds of mechanical equipment. I'm picturing like the country scrapper who owns like the huge barn, and he's just got tons of just mechanical ends all over. I was gonna say in Rainbow Six Siege, that was like the promise of the zombie episode. The country yard scrapper found like a comet that fell out of the sky. It was actually like a Russian satellite, but it had picked up some parasite.
Oh, like the Blob.
Yeah. And he
that's exactly the plot of the Blob.
Okay. Well, he like hangs it up in his barn, and there's just like stuff everywhere, and I picture that being your warehouse, just tons of stuff and an alien parasite living in there.
Oh, because of the fucking the Cowboy Bebop fridge?
Yes. Something's living in the fridge.
Oh, yes, it is. Something is living in the fridge. But then, like, after that, I would, I don't know, I'd try to, like, pursue, like, starting up a business and put a big chunk of it in an account and just, like, have that pay me off the interest and live off that.
Because you can get some pretty good interest rate accounts now.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
That's the thing, though. Like, well, with that kind of money, if you don't live like a baby with money, you can live off that for the rest of your life, and then some.
Yeah,
and you can pass it on, and try to like grow it to pass it on, and then they could fucking kill themselves.
They could be the fucking baby that burns out.
But yeah,
or you could die as some sort of recluse philanthropist, where it's just like Doug Dobert donated. I don't know how much money you'd probably have left, but it would be like donated a new wing to the fucking Hedron.
Donated $1 billion to clone white rhinos back into existence.
Yeah, some crazy shit like that.
So the Chinese can get their boner pills.
Boner pills. And it would just be a picture of you doing like a chin tuck. Just boner pills.
No, it would be like Doug Dobert, philanthropist, and there'd be a statue of me, and I'd just be like,
just dabbing.
Just dab. I do enjoy me a dab.
I liked the dab better than the floss.
The floss is stupid. Like the floss is like you can't sneak it in. Like the dab,
you gotta get it going. The floss, you gotta like warm up. It's like an engine. You gotta fucking get it going, and then you. The dab, it's just a secretive Illuminati head nod that you give fellow dabbers,
right?
Which is all.
I'm not a dabber, but I do like just the.
I don't dab, but I like the premise of it.
Yeah.
And we've met some great dabbers in our time.
Oh, you talking about the guy at my office?
Classy fella. When the cement trucks were robbing the bank.
Yeah, that was the night. It was like
so ridiculous.
It was like Die Hard 3 was happening with all the dump trucks moving the fucking gold out of the fucking vault. I was like, what is this? They
literally 15 cement trucks and
lined up around the block, all to just dump their load.
And we're outside just like, is it a circus or is it the greatest heist of the century?
Oh yeah. I remember that video. That's back when I fucked with Snapchat. I'm glad I fell off that one.
I was gonna make up something like short chat or something.
Yeah.
To do the snaps.
That would be not anymore, man. Like there is so many annoying people on that. I like added some like chick who like thinks she's some like workout guru on there, and like, hey, more power to you if you want to do that shit. Live a healthy lifestyle. But yeah, get fit. Fucking death by snoo, all for it. But
like the thigh crush in that.
Yes. But
I like watermelon crush.
Stop
videos.
Trying to be these goddamn fitness influencers. Oh my fucking shit. It is so annoying. Like every single one of them talks to the camera like they're talking to 10 million people. And it's like, did you write a script for this or something? It's like, hi guys, today we're going to try and make this keto pancake. It's got like
cauliflower.
5 carbs in it. Yeah,
just all cauliflower.
It's just awful.
Yeah, there was a dude that I used to work with who was on the keto thing.
The keto thing.
I mean, bigger dude, but he's just like, cauliflower rice, cauliflower this, dude does no carbs. It's just cauliflower for everything, and I'm just
that's a little bit much. Like cauliflower, everything, you get sick of it and then you stop. But
that's all I could think of. I was like, dude, I don't.
There is some
dislike cauliflower, but if I had to eat it that much,
you don't have to eat it that much. That was just the thing for a while because people discovered, if you turn cauliflower into a paste and then put it in some like fucking cheesecloth and wring the water out of it, you can like kind of cook it like a pizza crust, and it doesn't taste anything like dough, but you can put your shit on it. You can put pizza stuff on it.
You know what I heard you can do? I heard you can take ground beef, flatten it, and just fry it up into a ground beef pizza dough.
Yeah. Yeah, and then your heart starts beating all fast, and you get the
and
sweats.
You feel good.
That's the thing that a lot
start breathing real heavy.
That's the thing that a lot of those people fall into. It's like, I can eat bacon, high fat diet. I can eat all this like fatty stuff. It's like, no, you still have to like, do calories in, calories out. But a lot of people fall into this like the comfort food trap. Like there's vegan comfort food and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, those people are. I was a vegetarian comfort food offender.
Yeah. You can't just eat the comfort food all the time. Like,
and even though I'd tell people not to do that, like that, I was doing that. There's a lot of people that do that. It'll just be like, I just eat mac and cheese forever.
I just eat Skittles. It's just like sugar and it's like no animal products in it.
Because I do like the bulka meat and some other stuff, and I'd try to mix it up, but at the end of the day,
too much soy, man.
I was just eating a bunch of garbage.
Too much soy. Have you ever heard of the quote unquote insult soy boy?
What?
Yeah, it's like a slang thing for like almost like a beta male type of person.
Soy boy.
No, soy boy.
Soy boy.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like soy has like
I would know, bro. I'm an alpha. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know. It's like a really stupid fucking insult. It doesn't really sound that insulting.
So
I heard it from a vegan talking about it. So
they have soy boys, betas.
Yeah, you got to stay up with the vernacular, man.
If we keep talking, we'll get flagged.
I know, dude. Context doesn't matter in the ears of a machine.
Yeah. So what was that you thought we were getting flagged for the other day?
Oh my God, I think I checked it. The Mark Summers getting in a fight with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we even got copyright strike.
Oh, cool.
Not copyright strike. Copyright strike and copyright.
I meant
flag
something
different.
when we were streaming. I said something. The stream went down. You're like, dude, they fucking flagged us.
oh yeah. I was just like joking about it.
I was talking something out of my ass. I don't remember.
Dude, Twitch is like really dangerous with that, but I don't know. I'm at the point where it's like I've done my homework on that stuff and I kind of know how that game works, but nobody listens. So
yeah, I know. Look at this. Let's see what we got going on here. One viewer. Hey, buddy. We're gonna stop talking about you now. You got your got your 15 seconds in the low. Hey, buddy, leave us alone.
Never talk to me or my son again.
I mean, I actually have the chat box open this time, so if they want to communicate.
Oh, is that just like its own thing? Is that just its own window?
Yeah, you can just separate it.
Oh my God, you're an IT genius. You should work in IT.
It literally just has a little window arrow out in the dashboard. You can just click it and it comes right out.
That's been my new go-to thing for when people who have been like longtime offenders of just like never figuring a goddamn thing out for themselves. Like there's like IT problems that are like actual problems that I would not expect somebody to figure out. And then there's like, I haven't bothered to learn anything new about this box that I'm expected to use every single day in my profession. Just some basic knowledge stuff. And that's my go-to thing now, where it's like somebody took some time, they like figured it out on their own. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I'm so proud of you. You should work in IT.
Just turn it off and turn it back on again. You'll be good.
Turn it. The 2 rules of IT that are going to solve most of your problems. Turn it off, turn it back on again. If that doesn't work, Google. If that doesn't work, call the network administrator.
Now you can come get me.
Yeah. But whatever. Keeps me employed.
Youch.
I mean, it keeps me busy for like maybe 20% of my time. I wouldn't really say it keeps me employed anymore.
Because now you're the big man. Now you're in charge.
Not really. I don't want to talk about work. I feel like I'm going to say something and then get myself in trouble if somebody ever decides to listen to it from work.
I don't know. I
just keep it out. I just keep it out.
I feel like you'd, by the time they discover this, you'll be long gone.
Right? This is just going to be a time capsule buried in the dust. The earth will have ended. And somebody that I happen to work with was actually the fucking Lord of Man and was just moving through the ages. He's immortal. And then he'll be like, what did he say about me?
That little turd.
I'm going to bring him back to life and then fucking make him into a psyker.
Make him into a servitor.
Oh, God, those things are gross.
Yeah.
I saw you've been posting up some new Warhammer figures and stuff like that.
I'm getting through some stuff, and I actually go to Adepticon this Saturday, so that'll be pretty fun.
Like this Saturday is tomorrow, Saturday?
Tomorrow. I leave at like 8, so I'm going to go see Sam. What up?
Get him on.
Talk to the boy in person.
Get him on.
Because it's so much harder to say no to me when I'm there in person.
Right. It's like deny him.
Deny me,
this,
baby.
What do you think of these, my man?
But we're gonna go down there. So Adepticon is a wargaming convention. So a couple of references we made are from a game called Warhammer 40,000, which they'll be there. Games Workshop will be there. The guys that run that and some other people.
God, they have such a cool headquarters.
I know.
Like,
that's where Sam actually went last time when I was talking about getting him on the show. He's like, well, I gotta leave. I gotta go to London for like X amount of days or whatever.
That's the kind of shit that is like really cool because like their whole company is steeped in artistry.
Yeah.
So they can just like, they make these little figurines for people to basically buy and then paint themselves. And they're like really intricate miniatures that people really can do some cool artistic work on it. But they are like the propagators of this, so they just have the best of the best stuff that they can bring in and like swap out.
And if you paint it really good, they'll try to take it from you. They really will, though. They'll be like, "Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna run like Blue Ribbon," and then they obviously pay you for it, but they propagate what's the best.
Now, that like going to a place like that just seems like even for somebody who's not into it, just to like see like the artistry of it would be really cool. I'm just thinking of that versus like
they set up huge dioramas too, like massive.
You could go see that, or you could go see Mount Rushmore.
Which one are you gonna go to?
Like honestly, plugging through Mount Rushmore.
They got beer at Games Workshop, so
they just going to see Mount Rushmore just seems like the lamest shit ever. It's like you drive 3 hours to the middle of nowhere.
I bet it would be cool though if you could climb up in the nose.
Oh, and go in like Richie Rich's fucking vault.
Yeah.
And it's just all of his family's old toys and memories of when he was a boy.
It's fucking what's the duck from DuckTales? The rich duck. It's his gold vault. I forgot his name.
He played Scrooge, Uncle something.
Yeah. It's like his gold vault in there where you just slide down mountains of gold.
Where he'd pay his nephews to not say anything about that one time.
Yeah.
But I feel like going to Mount Rushmore would just be like, yeah, we drove 3 hours and
it's ahead.
Here it is. That's it. We're at Mount Rushmore.
Yay. All right, let's go home.
It's exactly like going to that sky deck on the top of the
Seattle Needle
Willis Tower, a.k.a. the Sears Tower.
I don't know if I've been up there.
Don't. Because you wait in line for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Here's the deal. Me and 3 other friends, somebody else was driving, decided to go to Six Flags. Great. Fucking one of our buddies didn't really have the cash at the time, so I fronted him $50, bought his ticket. We're gonna have a great day at Six Flags. Fucking the guy who was with the girl who drove, who was also like a good friend of mine at the time, just like got in the park and like lit up a cigarette. He was like kind of one of these like he was a good dude, but he was also like one of those just like I don't give a fuck about anything kind of guys.
Oh, you mean a bender?
Yeah, so he just like fucking sparks up a cigarette in the park, and an employee comes up very nice and is like, you can't do that here. Please put out the cigarette. And he's like, oh, yeah, fine. So then we get to the back of the park. We ride the Raging Bull once, and we're waiting in line for the giant drop. And same guy sparks up a cigarette. This time, the fucking Six Flags Gestapo, the secret police, come out of a secret door in the walls. Like the wall opens up and they come out and they fucking grab him by the arms and like restrain him and escort him to the front. And all the while his girlfriend is like on the side, like bitching at the security guards. She's like, you're not helping. You're not. And I'm just like, well, that's my ride. I better follow him out.
Reminds me of that. I think it was a video we watched on here where that couple like robbed that convenience store, And the one lady was just like running around in circles, like yelling and throwing shit. And they kept doing the like, okay, I'm good now. And then they keep running.
That's the one where she goes in the back and tries to escape through the fucking ceiling tiles and falls through the ceiling.
Yeah.
While the boyfriend is like trying to fucking juke this security guard, and it was in Canada, and we're like, why hasn't this guy been shot to death already? And we're like, oh, it's Canada. It's on CBC. But back to this story. So we leave Six Flags. Like, it was the most expensive roller coaster I've ever gone. $50 to go on a roller coaster once. At least the lines were short. That's the true cost of Fast Pass, ladies and gentlemen. So we decide to go to Chicago, being Gurney's like right there. So we go in the city and we're like, what to do? Oh, let's go to the Willis Tower. Let's go to the Skydet. We fucking pay for that, and then we wait. And there's this whole like rope snake system that they lead you through. And then you go in another room. And then the other room, guess what's in there? More line. This time, they have little factoids about towers and which tower is the tallest. And there's a robot voice like, welcome to
Fallout.
Yes, it is like exactly like that, except there is no
lines. Except there's lines.
There's no people mover that you're on. And there's like no impressive thought. It's like, did you know that the Space Needle is actually a metaphor for the heroin epidemic in Seattle? That's how grunge started. So we finally get to probably the coolest thing of the whole experience is you get to a room and there's an express elevator that takes you from the ground floor all the way to the top of the tower.
So they take for emergencies?
And I don't think it stops on any other floor. It just goes from the bottom to the top. And it goes it's like literally, I think like 30 seconds to the top. You feel the difference in pressure and your ears pop. Yeah. But you could like feel it. It's kind of like, oh, cool. And then you get to the top and it's like, huh. So this is it, huh? You go over, you can like see that it's a cool view. It was a particularly overcast day, so you couldn't see forever. It would have been cool to see probably if you could like see for a while. But you've waited in line so long, you just want to get the fuck out of there. You could stay up there as long as you want, but it's like, 15 minutes, I've had enough. Dougie's back is starting to get a little sore.
Yeah. I don't know if I can handle it just because I'm not a big fan of heights like that.
Me neither, dude. I hate heights, dude. But like that I can handle because I know for sure, like I'm safe. I can handle something if I'm like harnessed in. But
yeah, that's a little
actually,
better.
That's a lie. I fucking hate going up in a forklift in a bucket, even though I'm strapped in a fucking harness and shit like that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ladders, can't do them.
I
climbing, I can, but I hate them.
When I did climbing as a kid, it helped me get over a good chunk of it. But there's still a lot of situations where it's like, if you stick me on like the edge of something, oh, buddy, heart's racing.
There was this thing called low ropes that we did in this class.
Can't even imagine being like a window washer for those tall buildings.
Fuck that.
Just every day I'd be crapping my pants.
Imagine being one of those motherfuckers like building the Chrysler building, like throwing hot rivets at people with no safety gear. 1 in 5 people fall to their death on average.
Yeah.
Whew. God damn.
Thanks.
No, thank you at all.
Eating lunch on the I-beam with the boys.
Oh my, yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah. No pass.
Yeah, hard pass. They should.
How much do you think those guys even got paid?
Shit.
Shit.
They
work,
had to pay to do it.
Yeah. Shit work, shit pay.
Where was I? I had another thing I was gonna follow, but I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
Wah, wah.
Sorry about that there, fella.
Oh, whatever. Whatever, you ain't sorry.
Yeah, Sears Tower, though. I don't think I've ever been up there.
It's the Willis Tower. They call it Big Willie. Willie is a euphemism for penis. It's a big penis.
It's a big wiener. I did Tower of London. I did
I'd like to go to London.
Didn't do Washington Monument.
I would like to go to London.
St. Louis Arch, that thing's lame.
Let me rephrase that. Yeah, St. Louis Arch is lame. I did that when I was on tour.
Don't get me wrong. It's a cool piece of architecture.
I like St. Louis. I like St. Louis. It's a beautiful city. It has some like hood-ass places. It's got some fucking cobblestone streets kind of by the ballpark where you're going over it. We were in this fucking van, and it was just like...
Oh, I hate that.
But it was like beautiful. Like you,
we didn't go to a ball game.
Oh, jeez. When we drove past the ballpark, you can like, it's like the fucking the gates is like on the ground level. It's not like some big. It is like a big kind of like monolith, but from a certain angle, you can just like stand on the street and you can see the field. It's like super cool. And then we decided, it's like, oh, what else is in St. Louis? The Arch. Let's go see the Arch. And it's like, that's expensive. Nobody has money for this because we're on tour.
Yeah, we're
broke.
We did the Arch because we were down there for a family trip. It was a long time ago. But I remember even as a kid, I was like, this is dumb. Because you just like take an elevator up, right?
And yeah, you go in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man.
This is dumb.
Crane operator simulator.
Yeah. And then you go back down.
When they build that thing.
I don't know. You want facts?
Nope. I never want the facts anymore. 1962.
Take a guess.
I just did.
1962 is what you're going with?
Yeah, and I know it's going to be wrong.
1965.
Fuck.
Began construction in 1963.
You know,
were so freaking close there.
I always, like, I'm starting to think now, it's like, when do you think that this became a thing? And I always try to, like, move it back a little bit because...
Not the Jeopardy syndrome, the Price is Right syndrome.
No, not just that. That's a good fucking... Yeah. That's a good quip, though.
Jeopardy. Price is Right. I'm an idiot.
I've been, like... like every so often I get like really back into like the whole like NASA origin stuff and just like all the shit that they did through engineering, and that shit's insane what they were able to do like over 50 years ago that we haven't done since, not because we can't, but because people are like, the money, the budget, stay cool.
Let's build a fucking wall though.
But one of the things that just blew my mind that already existed was like the same principle that's behind VR. Just stereoscopic vision. Fucking stereo for your eyeballs. That's been around since like World War II. And that's literally how Great Britain discovered that Germany was building V2 rockets. They flew these spy plane missions and they had 2 cameras that would take pictures at the same time, so you could get like a sense of depth. And then they had methods to kind of like go down to the ground level and like extrapolate from shadows and stuff like that, like what the stuff would look like if you almost like Google Earth.
And they put it together and they were like, that's a fucking missile, bro.
but they didn't know to call it the missile. Like, could you just imagine like missiles don't exist and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm literally picturing like a bunch of dudes standing around like a silhouette slowly like downloading almost like dial-up speed. Because I don't know why, but like they're printing out some sort of large silhouette and there's like, what is that? It's a penis. One of the guys says.
I was going to say that. It's like it's a dildo. Dildos don't really, like vibrators. Vibrators don't exist yet, man. Okay,
it's
now I'm understanding. Okay,
it's a missile.
Okay, missiles existed now, but vibrators didn't. What was the first vibrator?
I don't know, but it'll forever be ruined for me when Hulu first came out.
Moms?
No, Hulu first came out. They had this Western TV show. I think it was called like... Deadshot or something. It was this really weird Western comedy. It was a comedy.
Okay.
And it was about it was like a really crappy sheriff, and he had like a harlot girlfriend. She had like it's just like a wooden block dildo thing.
Hope it was coated in shellac.
It was steam powered.
Oh, it was like steampunk.
Yeah. Well, the show wasn't, but
a piston.
They had like a really long vibrator joke. I forgot what the show was called.
Who was the first person to like, I should put a reciprocating motor in a carrot and make it go really fast?
Cucumbers getting old.
Who was the first person to die from using a cucumber that's just a little bit too old? Just a little too ripe. Because people do that. People put bottles of soap in their butt and then end up in the ER.
Yeah.
It's like, I slipped and fell. It's like, sure you did.
Oh, the Hulu series was called Quick Draw.
Starring
Dude.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
Yeah.
I regretted asking as soon as he was going to look it up. Now you're thinking about it just to spite
It was really bothering me because I was thinking about Tombstone and all these other great westerns. But the vibrator thing, I got sidetracked thinking about.
I mean, the bit was done, I think. I mean, really, how much more deep you want to go into?
I was thinking about mushy cucumbers.
Ugh. Just like fruit flies are like flying like around the bedroom, and you'd be like, Madam Quandary, why do you have so many flies around your bed? That's fucking crazy. That, like, when did people figure out that bacteria was like what was making them sick? Because it used to be.
Oh, they knew it a long time ago, though.
They knew it a long time ago, but still, in like the fucking plague era, people, they thought it was like bad juju.
Well, I remember reading an article about in Roman times, some guy had theorized that there were small microorganisms.
They did not have the tools to verify. It was theoretical.
Yeah, he had like a lens or something that he was getting views of smaller creatures, but they had no way to scientifically verify it. And then, fall of the Roman Empire, technology goes kaput, kind of.
That's insane.
That's how
they speculate that what might have like ended some of these civilizations is like eras of mass coronal mass ejection, when there's like a high period, because the sun goes through cycles and it goes through like a high period of activity, and the like magnetic magnetic field around Earth and the atmosphere becomes like super excited, and you just have like crazy lightning storms, and it basically like wipes out a civilization to the point where it's like, okay, you're done. You're gonna like lose your high technology and kind of revert for a while.
Would you get this off Ancient Aliens?
No. Like it's become like more and more talked about. It's like what caused in an ancient time, like the Egyptians to just pretty much like, okay, we're done. Calling it wraps.
I mean, they were doing pretty good until they got rolled over.
Until they weren't.
Yeah, until they got rolled over.
Right?
Taken over by Macedonians and.
But we have like a particularly vulnerable setting for that right now, because like all of our shit depends on transformers, and we know that stuff like influences like electrical grids and stuff like that. It'll just like fry it. We know that we can do that under our own power. If we like detonate nuclear devices in the atmosphere, it will like cause the same kind of like storm and electrical interference.
Well, when the Big Daddy drops.
Oh yeah. How close to midnight is that clock, man?
When the Big Daddy drops and the power goes out everywhere, I'm sure it'll be just
tunnel snakes rule, Stefan.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be just like that.
We'll find Rick Moranis. We'll shrink ourselves. And we'll put ourselves in a safe, because that's where we'll be safe. And we'll shrink all our food.
I trap the kids in the safe.
Man, Rick Moranis needs to come out of retirement and save us. So he just disappeared to take care of his kids after his wife passed.
Yeah.
Good on him.
What a good guy.
But I need a Honey, We Shrunk something. Honey,
I shrunk my lower half.
Half size, yeah, and he's just like becomes Baby Legs Johnson.
Yeah. Speaking of good people, what's up with that Jussie Smollett stuff, man? I heard that guy got
Jussie.
That guy
got acquitted, basically. Yeah, it sounds a little fishy. I don't really want to go too far into it because it's like a hot issue, and there's just not enough facts for me to have an opinion on it. But it's like people are like really passionate about it. So like I could see it like either way. Yeah, I'm indifferent to it, but like I could totally see someone be like, "Wah!"
I hear more about that on the news than anything else right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like plenty of fucking rich white dudes have done stuff and gotten off.
Yeah, like Affluenza Kid.
Yeah.
That's he's affectionately known.
But I don't know. It might not have even been that way. Maybe he really was innocent.
Yeah, who are we to say?
So I don't want to really contribute to that storm. But how about Cardi B? You heard that shit?
Shit's hilarious.
I mean, it's not.
The jokes are on fire, though.
Yeah, the jokes. Like the Cosby Cardi stuff.
The one where
although I have to
the one
say,
where it's just a picture of her smiling and it's all fuzzy. That shit got me.
Right,
dude.
There was
the last thing you see.
It was a picture of Will Smith on the fucking, I think it's like the last episode of The Fresh Prince.
Oh, where the house is cleared out?
Yeah, and he's just standing here and it's like, well, this is the end. And it's like after spending a night with Cardi B.
Yeah.
For real though, like Cosby way worse. Like he was like that's where he got his kicks. I feel like although she said it like it's very shitty, like, but I don't feel like she was like getting her kicks from it.
Maybe she was.
Still, yeah, maybe she was, to be honest, maybe she was, but it's like it's interesting to see people who were basically tearing into these people. And I don't want to sound like I'm now saying like you should like dismiss what these people are saying. I'm saying
I need to put up the blockers right now.
These people are pieces of shit. Cardi B is also a piece of shit because of that. Like you can't have a double standard. And it's just like weird being someone who leans more towards the liberal side. Just like seeing, you have your like moderates. People lean more central, and then you have your fucking far left liberals.
I am just what I am.
Yep.
And they're all turds.
Yep, they're all turds. But you know what I'm saying? Like on the political spectrum, you can almost kind of tell like which person is going to like side with which thing.
Yeah.
And like a lot of like the far lefties who I just wish would just stop. Just stop. Are just like, well, she did. They're siding with the narrative. They're extremists. Just stop it.
Can you guys stop, please?
Just stop it.
Oh yeah, the people who are like, oh, it's women, female empowerment or whatever. Are you talking about those people?
I'm not talking about no. Well, like there are people who like do that nobly, but then there's also people who are like, oh, she had no choice, Because that's how she's trying to frame it. Like it's ridiculous because it's just like, I'm just trying to, be good and like move on with my future. And it's just like basically like, let's just scoot this under the rug and let's move along. And it's like, nah.
Well, 20 years from now, when there's a court case about her drugging and robbing people,
we're just gonna be like,
and then we have a documentary.
Remember Cardi B peed on these guys?
Yeah. and then we have the documentary which, proves that she's guilty of this crime, and then we all jump on the bandwagon, and a couple artists from the future will say things like, I'm sorry I collabed with that person. I was mentally ill.
We're just going to be like, we're going to be old men, and we're going to just be like, maybe time is cyclical.
Oh, it for sure is. It just gets crazier each cycle.
And then we'll have a spiritual awakening, and we'll be like, if time is cyclical, then I am young again. I am reborn.
It's like a toilet. The outer ring, it is cyclical. The outer rings are kind of long, and they sweep around. But as it gets closer to the end, they get tighter and more insane. And then you get flushed.
Yeah. That's a good way of doing it. But still, even in that's not quite cyclical. It's like linear, because the track is going down. Where you were is still behind you.
Though. Yeah, but it's still going in a circle.
I'm talking like cyclical time is like the time comes around and
and we get
back.
Reborn.
Not necessarily reborn, but like time is illusion. That's bullshit, I think.
I feel old.
I've been watching a lot of PBS SciShow on YouTube lately.
Oh, okay.
And that's where they get into like a lot of like theoretical science about like the universe and shit like that. Because there's no way.
A couple of those.
Like I fell asleep watching it, and then
do they have that
woke up.
sweet talking Asian?
No,
theory guy still?
it's
I forgot his name.
SciShow is hosted by some sort of like Australian guy.
Hello.
It's kind of weird.
Let's talk about time. Time is linear.
That's not time.
If you're an idiot.
This is time.
Yeah.
The last one I was watching was really interesting because he was talking about some theory that like it was like some like theory that just like that could not be possible, and then by the end of it it's like that totally seems possible. It was about the universe ending and just all molecules spreading apart and basically disintegrating. And it made a lot of sense because you're familiar with how the principle that the universe is expanding.
Yeah.
Like when we look at other galaxies, all of them are moving away from us.
Yep.
We can tell by like the blue shift.
Yep.
So they're saying like if that applies to all things and all molecules, eventually it's like a battle between dark matter, which is like pressure pushing in,
Yep.
and then gravity is like pulling things in. Dark matter is pulling the other way. And basically, eventually,
Which team are you on? Team Gravity or Team Dark
Team
Matter?
Dark
Let us
Matter.
know in the comments
Yeah.
below.
Yeah. So the theory is if it went this way, if like dark matter wins over, then it just basically pulls everything apart like further and further slowly to the point where you go over what's called like a light event horizon. So that theory
I
is
saw that movie.
yeah. But you're familiar with like what an event horizon is? It's like where you go over the cusp of the black hole and the gravity pulls you in and there's no coming back, not even light can come back. So there's like a theory that like as the universe expands and the blue shift like gets more on the red side, that there are galaxies that are so far away, and because of the expansion, they're actually like technically moving away from us faster than the speed of light, so you can't see them. And that officially like puts galaxies in a point where they could never physically communicate with each other. They could never swap any kind of information.
Can't swap spit with the homies from Galaxy 463b.
So eventually, as the theory is that the galaxy or the universe is expanding and it's speeding up and it's going faster and faster, and as that happens, this point where like light from other galaxies can't reach you because they're so far away and they're moving away faster than the speed of light, basically like the sky kind of like blackens until it's like upon you,
black.
And then it's like literally like pulling like your planet apart, and like your very molecules of your body are expanding quicker than the speed of light. So like molecules can't even.
Thing.
Yeah, I know. Like, but
It sounds peaceful.
It's like billions. It's like billions and maybe trillions of years in the future.
Yeah.
But it's like an interesting theory, and just like I went into that video, just like thinking, okay, where's this going? And then at the end of it, I was just like, this makes so much sense. But it's like one of very many theories that are out there.
There's tons of
Why
theories.
can't I just get fucking paid to like sit in a college and
up.
just be? Well, they're not making stuff up. They're like doing it based on math. But
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
know.
what if the math was this way? What
Yeah.
if we just tweak this little element?
Don't worry. It's 100, 200 years from now, we'll realize we're all doing math wrong. So it's all right.
Right?
Actually, though, I used to go to some lectures at UWN, and the deep space ones were always my favorite.
I would like to go to some lectures. The last lecture I went to,
I just fucking walked in there. I went in with Sean. Just like went into some random lectures and stuff.
I went with fucking Cheyenne. Ugh. And it was about moths. She really likes moths for some reason. And
I like moths.
Yeah,
They're
moths.
fuzzy butterfly. They're fuzzy motherfuckers.
I want to kill them.
They're fuzzy butterflies.
They're fucking insects and they freak me out.
Yeah.
There's a character on Star Wars Rebels who's like a fucking he's like a big cat person, but he's like Kiwi. So he's just like, oh, these creepy crawlers, just 2 legs. More than 2 legs freaks me out. But he fucking this guy who was giving this talk, like I was going into this like, okay, I was like hoping for like just a sterile lecture. I was hoping to get like compressed facts. Like lots of facts in like a 2-hour period. This was like a fucking presentation about moths for babies. I swear to God.
I thought you said I thought you were going to say he came out in like a moth costume and he was like, oh, let's learn about moths.
I used to fight crime with the tick.
Yeah. You see they're doing a couple things for you. You see the new tick ads on Amazon Prime?
Yeah. Is that
Looks
a third show?
Good. Looks pretty good, though.
Is that a third tick show?
Yeah, I think so.
There was an animated series, and then there was the one with the guy who plays the wheelchair neighbor on Family Guy. And now there's another
name
one.
Escapes me.
What the fuck is with the tick that it keeps getting shows? I've never seen a single fucking comic book for the tick. Who the fuck is the tick?
He used to be like a funny comic book guy.
Is that what it is? It's just like an adult-based comic or something like that?
Yeah, but from my understanding, it was all the shows are pretty weak.
Yeah.
But the new one looks pretty good.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. I saw the ad and I was
Adult situations? Mature content?
I don't know. Just the ad made me chuckle a couple times.
Mild drug use and comic mischief?
Which, by the way, I saw the bro down superhero movie, Thor Ragnarok, for the first time.
Huh?
It was great.
Yeah. What did I tell you?
It was great. Yeah, I put
when
it
Jeff
on
Goldblum turns that guy into goo.
I don't remember anyone telling me that Jeff Goldblum was in this movie. It's like
I told you a couple times.
Okay, well, I somehow blinked it out of my mind.
He just shows up out of nowhere.
I was like, it's Jeff Goldblum. I love that guy. And then, yeah, he turns that dude to goop. And then Meek, the rock paper scissors joke with I forgot the rock dude's name. The director.
Oh, what about Krog? Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
That guy's great.
Yeah.
Fucking love him.
Him and Meek, and he's like, got a rock, paper, scissors joke for you. Like, oh, dude, those two are like my favorite characters.
Meek died.
Yeah.
That guy's fucking great. Hey, you guys want to start a revolution? If you're out there, you haven't watched Thor Ragnarok, go watch it. It's like
great.
It's like a buddy cop movie, but buddy superheroes.
And Bruce Banner and Thor are just great together. I love how Thor is just constantly playing
but is it
the
really?
Emotions of Bruce and Hulk against each other and says he loves them both and they're both his favorite.
Right.
But
he's totally just kind of using him to his advantage.
Yeah. I had a lot of parts I really liked in that movie. The Meek, who's like this weird larva guy with sword hands who just constantly dances in the background. Doesn't say a single word. He just does like spin kicks and knife hands in the air. I loved that dude. I loved
Crag or whatever his name was, the stone guy.
Yeah, I liked Bruce Banner. I liked Jeff Goldblum, obviously. I also really enjoyed the part where Bruce Banner said to the Valkyrie chick before he jumps out of the plane, let me show you what I can do, and just fucking body slams into the bridge. That was so great. It was just...
what did the guy in the beginning call his machine guns? Oh, this is
Des and Troy.
Yeah, Des and Troy.
I never had heard that take on the arm guns, but it's definitely.
I just like that that they're in Valhalla basically, and they're basically gods, and this guy is like, I got these machine guns from Earth. I love these.
Des and Troy, just together they're destroy.
Oh, that's just a great flick. I liked the first Thor. The second Thor was kind of the weak point.
I did not like the first one. The first one with Natalie.
I liked it.
I can get.
I liked it because Chris Hemsworth. I just find him charming. If you want to see him out of the superhero world, because that's kind of what everybody goes to for him, watch Rush. It's a Ron Howard flick. It's about, I think, the 1976 F1 season. between Niki Lauda and James Hunt. It was like a docudrama.
You brought this up before.
Yep. Like Niki Lauda was an Austrian F1 driver who got he was going head to head with this British driver, James Hunt, and
it's the real Talladega Nights.
They fucking were just hardcore rivals.
They were on a crash course for disaster.
For greatness. And fucking Lauda like got involved in a brutal crash and like his car exploded and he ended up like getting like a lot of his body burned.
He turned into a comic book villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he lived to race again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great flick. Directed by Ron Howard. Rush.
Crash course for disaster.
It's going to be the next Thor movie.
It was good though. I really enjoyed it.
If you like that one, check out fucking
Kindergarten Cop. I'm just kidding.
No, the last Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Check out the last Avengers movie. It's just like on the tip of my tongue. What was it?
The Last Avengers.
Not Endgame. That's a new one coming
Ultron's
out.
Gauntlet.
But the one with Thanos. The Thanos movie.
The snap.
Yep. Check that one out. You'll love it.
I'll get around to it eventually, I'm sure. The boys on Saturday like all that Marvel superhero stuff. And I got to say, I did really enjoy that movie. Especially considering Thor as a superhero, like since I've been a kid, has probably been like one of my least favorites. I've never been a Thor
like
fan.
I've never really liked Thor. But, oh man.
God, he was just so endearing in the movie, though.
I think, who was it? Tom Wilson, I think, from Back to the Future, played like the Thor character in this movie called Adventures in Babysitting. It's like a 1980s classic comedy.
Oh, I know, I can picture the movie poster where they're like scaling down the side of a building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember anything else about the movie other
This
than that
one of
poster.
the girls who needs to be sat before she hatches into a woman, is obsessed with Thor, the comic book character. And they're like lost in Chicago, basically, and they come across some mechanic who she's like, oh my God, you're Thor. And the guy's like, what the fuck you talking about, kid? Just like Biff Tannen style.
Yeah.
I think it was Tom Wilson. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below.
You keep saying Tom Wilson, and I keep thinking about this dickhead hockey player.
Why was there a dickhead? Dude, Tom Wilson is like known for playing a dickhead. Tom Wilson is the guy who played Biff Tannen in Back to the Future.
Tom Wilson is a hockey player that's just kind of got a reputation for being a bit of a goon.
It's crazy. They did recently. They did a Back to the Future photo, and Tom Wilson, the guy who played Biff, aged immaculately. He's like the best looking out of all of them.
He's just like suckers. Oh, I think I saw that picture. Yeah.
Like fucking.
I mean, what's his face?
Christopher Lloyd looks like the Crypt Keeper.
As he always has.
Fucked Larry David. I swear to God. I swear to God. I fucking was walking out of the meat market today.
And you saw Larry David.
Yeah. I swear to God it was him. It was just like hugging his grandkids. Just like, yeah, I'll see ya. Looked the same as he did in 92.
I mean, that's there's definitely a stereotypical Wisconsin Midwest Larry David look.
Is there?
For older guys, yeah.
Really?
I've
like
seen
a fucking Doc Brown, I mean.
Yeah. Just kind of got this like cookie coater, I'm an old dude.
Bald on the top, long on the sides.
Yeah. Don't
We're going to take him to Washington.
Don't ever let me do that. If I start thinning out real bad on top, just tell me that
I'll let you do you, man.
Just tell me I got to shave it all. Please. Don't let me be one of those guys that thinks it's getting covered up by like 3 strands of hair.
I'm really starting to get tempted of just like shaving it all off and going into work and just be like, hey
guys,
I work here, and be like, who the fuck are you? Get out. The only thing that's keeping me doing it is the compliments. If I didn't get compliments from people,
love the beard.
Yeah,
that stuff.
Yeah, love the beard. Oh, you look like. Is that you? I didn't know it was you. I didn't recognize you.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I had somebody who I worked.
Here's the thing, though. We talked about beards here a couple times. I don't do beards really
because
I can't. I'm gonna grow out the cat whiskers. I'm just kidding. But
and then you can take up licking yourself.
But we always talk about the beard comments, and you get the ladies who are just like, oh, I love the beard, but more often you get the guys who are just like, oh yeah, it's a nice beard.
I don't want to be
You don't
one of
get
those
that a lot?
people who's like, oh no, I don't get attention from men. I don't get attention from men, whatever it was. But in this category, no, not really.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's mainly the
I've
ladies.
seen it. I've seen it in person.
It's
not
like
involving me. I've seen it with other people at just outings at other places where it's just
I think it's more so that the girls who don't like it don't say anything to you. The girls who are indifferent don't say anything to you. But the ones who like it are just like, oh, I love
it.
your beard.
Yeah.
But
But
they will say something if that's their thing.
The guys gushing over other guys' beards. I've seen it. It's a thing. And it's weird.
Like, I've had some beard envy. Like, I have like a beard that kind of comes down to like above the jawline. Like, I don't have that full of a beard on the face. And I always say, like, to the person who's tending my beard, I was going to say bartender, but my
attendant.
beard tender. Just like, I say knock it back to where you don't see like just straggly hair that's not full. But I'm not like fucking John Hamm, who can literally grow a beard like up to his eyeballs. I swear to God, that guy's beard line is fucking impressive. John Hamm is famous
He's a
for
St.
playing.
Louis Blues fan, and I hate him.
He's famous for playing Donald Draper.
Yeah.
Call up a picture of John Hamm with a beard. That guy
He's a St. Louis Blues fan, so I'll just write huge turd.
He has fucking
Sorry.
beard that is so full he doesn't have to like grow it at all. He could just kind of keep it a little shorter.
It doesn't look that high. I don't know how much he grooms it.
There, that one right there. That's a good example. The one right above it.
This here?
Not at all.
I can't see where you're just pointing at.
Oh, that's a good beard line though. Let's put a P and P. Like straight up, that is like this high on your face, man. How do you do that?
I mean,
How do you get those genes, man?
You be a turd and be a Blues fan. I'm just kidding. I don't really hate him that much, but
I would love to be able to grow a beard and not have to do this. Not have to fucking be like, okay, wait. Kobe.
let's cut it all off then.
Oh, God. But I hate clean shaven even more. Like,
So
I hate... I used to do stubble. But then there's that point where it's like you have to get to a point where it's like, okay, I look like shit. I have to sit with this for a couple more days, or I'm going to break out if I shave it again right now. You wouldn't know about
Yeah,
these
no, I
problems.
don't. I think we go into the beard at least a little bit every week.
Well, maybe it's the beard taking over my mind.
Yeah.
It's like roots run deep and it's starting to get into my brain. It's actually just the beard running this now.
Yeah. That's a horrifying thought. It's actually a guy at our work, though. He fucking joke about that. It's just like the beard's in control of him.
Oh, it's
Because he's making terrible decisions.
oh. It's got beard toxoplasmosis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got cats, man. You can't not have it. Fuck it. I mean, that's really why I love them. It's not because they're cute little endearing animals. It's because of the toxoplasmosis. It's crept into my brain.
It feels so good.
Not really. It makes me more reckless in my other daily life decisions. I think it was like a Polish guy or something like that. He was like a scientist, and he like eventually came to the realization that he had it, and he was able to kind of like look at his like behavior objectively.
Hey man, look at my life.
I got toxoplasmosis.
What did he do after he took stock in his life?
I
Did
don't know.
he get
I
rid
think
of his
like
cats?
I think
Start getting
some
blood transfusions.
there was some sort of like altercation, or maybe it was like even like a war type situation where he'd like, I think it was like bullets getting shot or something, and like he just kind of didn't care.
I have toxoplasmosis.
No, it wasn't like it's toxoplasmosis. Like eventually causes you to make like more reckless decisions than you traditionally would. That's like one of the side effects of it. Hence, like it affects mice more and like small critters.
That's what that bassist had who got punched in the face and died.
Jocko?
Yeah, Jocko Pastorius.
Jocko didn't have fucking toxoplasmosis. He had
He's getting so reckless.
He had well, that's what he. I should have saw that. He had fucking. He was like bipolar.
Yeah, he was freaking. He didn't have toxoplasmosis.
That's the thing. Like I fucking can see people around town just being like, "Oh, I have these creative spouts, and then I don't," and it's like the work you're doing is shit, dude. But then you have somebody like Jocko, who was like a fucking virtuoso when he was like having manic streaks. And that's like what he used like to further his creativity. But then the other side, just like as he got older, reared its ugly head, and he just like fucking went insane.
Yeah. Looking for fights with everybody and anybody.
I've only had that like maybe once in my life where I was like, I'd like to go fight somebody right now for no reason.
And did you find one?
No, I didn't. I don't do that. I'm a fucking sane individual.
No, I stormed around my house.
No, I suppress those thoughts with malt liquor. Have you ever known somebody like that who's just like, I want to fight somebody. I want to go fight.
Yeah, Steve-O.
Really?
You
Never seen
Steve-O rip roaring to go?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yes, but that wasn't Steve-O. That was Starfo.
Who still is Steve-O, though.
For those of you who don't know, Starfo is Steve-O's alter ego, and he comes out when he's had a little bit too much to drink +9. Yep. And there's this demon that comes inside, and it's the part in his brain that keps him breathing.
Starfo is always there, though, deep down.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He seems to have turned a new leaf.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Dude in a little while.
Now I always talk to Dude. I always keep up with him. I always make sure I send him a meme, have a little chat, like usually once a week at least.
We talk hockey every once in a while.
Oh.
He'll be like, I can't believe I lost that game. And I'll say, I can't either.
That's the kind of shit you talk about when you don't have shit to talk about.
I mean, I could send him some memes.
Well, you don't meme on the line.
I'm not really online. Well, I mean, we talk through Instagram.
Ugh, I hate Instagram. These new platforms just can't do
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just the same thing except pictures.
Yeah, it's the
on
same
everything.
Yeah, it's the same thing as it was before. It's the same thing. So, let me ask you this.
What do you got for me? Lay it on me.
I know you like your scat humor. I saw some scat questions, some would you questions online. And it was on Reddit.
When you say scat, like
scatological humor, it means poop humor.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was like, really? Do I? Am I that guy to you now?
You like to poop?
I mean, I like crude and poopy humor, but like I don't go to like poop is not like a go-to thing.
But they had one online and it was. I feel like this one's a pretty.
The
easy
run up
one.
to this one is kind of making me uneasy.
This one's pretty easy though. It would be if you pooped, you'd get $500 every time, except from this point on, you always have diarrhea. Which, oddly enough, kind of brings us full circle.
Yeah, I know. Let me ask you this: do I have any other ill effects because of the diarrhea?
None were disclosed.
Okay, so it's just I'm going with it's just diarrhea
all the time.
It's just your runny poops.
There was nothing about you're gonna get dehydrated or anything like that.
Then you get creative with this one. You have to be the person who creates these things. Like, does that mean that when the diarrhea comes, that it's like acidic stomach bile diarrhea.
I was picturing watery, man.
I mean, I could deal with watery. It would be less wiping. It would be easier to clean.
The bidet would help so much.
Oh yeah, like believe me, man. When I was at home sick on Sunday, and just cleaning with the bidet, and then I had to go into work, and the legend continues. And I had to go to toilet paper. I was like literally like every half hour.
You were just like, my butthole hates this.
Yeah. Like it was like stomach acid and then rubbing coarse paper on it. And it's like, okay, my butthole hurts now.
Real talk. My work has some of the worst toilet paper I've ever had. That shit is just newspaper. Thin newspaper cuts.
I just could not imagine. I just could not believe how much there was. It just kept coming. It was like, I didn't realize there was much liquid in me.
Well, make sure you stay hydrated.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I was like sitting on the toilet Googling. It was like, how long does it take to get dehydrated when you got diarrhea?
I drink so much water now, dude. I drink, I think that's fluid ounces on my water bottle. I drink 3 of those things, 32 fluid ounces. So
nice. That's a good number. That might even be a little bit too much.
Yeah. I drink a lot of water. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, though. Now.
You've seen my fucking, my Bubba jug?
Yeah.
That's 72.
Yeah.
Like sometimes on days I can go through like 2 of those.
Yeah. I try to drink like about half my weight in water. Cut it in half into fluid ounces. I'm not drinking.
Oh, fluid ounces.
And as fluid
it's like
ounces.
the protein thing. It's like take your body weight in kilograms, divide it in half, and multiply it by 0.8, and that's how many grams of protein you should eat.
But now, because I always drank water, but not probably enough. But now that I'm hydrating this much all the time, dude, I sweat buckets. And I'm not even talking... I'm sure part of it has to do with me getting a little older, because like back when I was a young lad, it's like I don't really sweat that much. Now, obviously, part of that is me getting older. But holy shit, man! Like,
is that a thing? You sweat more when you get older?
Supposedly, I'm assuming it is. But oh my god, dude, I'm literally like wiping it out of my eyes, like when I'm working out or something. Just like,
Like, yeah, like I'm a sweaty dude when I'm in physical activity mode. It's like,
oh my god, it's brutal. It's just beating down the eyes. I gotta dab it off. I literally have a sweat rag now.
Oh my god, you remember like wearing a like skateboard helmet as a kid and just like going to a skate park skating all day, and then if you had like a nice skate helmet, yeah, you just push it for fun after a while, and you'd wring the sponge out, and then this black dirty liquid would just
from the
down.
absorption sponges.
I would come home, and my mom would be like, "I can't believe how filthy you are."
And you're like, "If
a little
only
street rat."
And you're like, "If only you knew."
Right, man. If I went into Four Seasons now, I'd be coming out on a gurney, man.
I don't think last time I went to...
I just don't got the chops for it. I never got the chops for it. I could never do like tabletops on a board, stuff like that. Never... Just wasn't that good at skateboarding. And when I started to get what I thought was like some sort of progression, I got a car. And then I just stopped.
I'm getting it, baby. I'm getting it. Ooh.
Car time.
It still has 4 wheels.
Well, that was like my primary mode of transportation.
And you had a Mustang, right?
I had a Ford Focus first. That thing was a piece, man. Like, it was a good first car, but its transmission just, like, went out in no time.
I think that's the kind of car that, the last time I was looking for a car, some people were trying to sell me on, and I was like,
they're good
the seats
now.
are plastic.
They're good now.
I think that was the model car. I didn't, like, fit in it.
Oh, I saw a Tesla this morning on the way to work.
This dude because I do lessons now on Wednesdays at the hockey place, had a custom car. Wasn't a Bugatti, but it was some other shit. I'd never even seen the symbol before on this guy's car, and it was all custom.
It's just fucking like alien symbols. He came down from...
For real.
He came down from Planet 9 to teach you hockey.
The hood emblem on
to
this...
touch our lives through hockey.
This dude was there for the class. He wasn't teaching it. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
like, and he like showed up. He's like, yeah, I was just outside smoking a dart. And then I like walk outside and I was like, whose fucking car is this? And then the dude that dude like walks up to, he's like, all right, see you later. And I'm just like looking at this guy's car, and like you said, alien symbols, like the hood ornament and the ornament over the tail I'd never seen before.
Yeah, he gets into it. It starts up. It's like, hello, Dave. Hello, machine. Take me home.
I'd never seen a car like that. I'll get a picture of it next time.
Dude, next time
I'll be like,
next time you're in class with him, fucking check him, knock him to the ground, and be like, Nanu, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Start being a interplanetary nationalist.
That's gonna get us flagged.
Right? Yeah, I said nationalist. I didn't say white
Interplanetary.
nationalist. Interplanetary white nationalist.
That's the worst kind.
Nationalism's weird. Like, even the not white kind. Like, it's okay to root for your own team, but like, America #1. It's like, okay, we're a country, not a football team.
Everybody's just gone fucking crazy, man. Everyone's gone crazy. I feel like
It must be really bad where you work, because I don't feel that much about it.
I
don't feel that bad about it.
just online, like,
Oh, you poor virgin. You've been out of the loop for a while.
everyone is just crazy. I've been on Reddit for a while. Reddit's just a terrible
It's a
place.
cesspool. It's a terrible place.
Reddit's a terrible place.
Oh my God. It's like,
That's what I'm talking about. That place is terrible.
there's like pockets of goodness, and then there's like pockets of just like squeezed, concentrated bad.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's a bad place.
What's the last subreddit to get shut down? I'm waiting for the Donald to get shut down, man.
Never happened.
I mean,
Not till he's gone.
yeah, it might.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just on there. I swear to God, it's just all bots, dude. Everyone's a lurker, and all the posts are just bots.
That's the thing. Can you believe this thing with the Mueller report? It comes out, no collusion.
I mean, I don't know about you. I can't read 400-page book in a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That's the thing that's just like weird about the whole thing, is that I thought the whole point of this was to give Mueller like the ability to prosecute him.
But he gives it to the Department of Justice. They already replaced the DOJ with people that are like-minded. And then, like, he's already got his ducks in a row.
I feel like they're gonna have a press conference with Mueller, and he's just gonna like stand up and he's gonna be like,
But like that's the thing about him, is I don't think he'd ever do anything like that. He's just such
like a stand-up guy.
He's like fucking
Jack Ryan.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. He's fucking Jack Ryan and shit. He'd never do that.
Or would he?
Just fucking does it with a skywriting plane.
Oh, Mueller.
That's some shit that
Maybe it was just for the money. It's like, why'd you do it? And it's
The
like,
money.
the money, I did it for the money.
that whole thing though, it's like that. I knew that wasn't gonna wrap up when it came out. I thought we'd get like some schniblets, but this is gonna be an ongoing thing forever. This is gonna be. I mean, either it's gonna be Watergate or it's gonna be the Democratic Benghazi thing, where it's just like it's gonna go on forever.
Now, I recently watched
A documentary.
a documentary from CNN about, it's on Netflix now. It's like a series. They have a few for like the 2000s. I watched the 90s one. Starts with like TV, then music, then Clinton. And just like going over the Clinton stuff, like the retrospective of the whole
Clinton,
impeachment
the shit we have going on now, it's so...
Yeah, it's so tame. It's like, can you believe that they tried to fucking hang him out to dry just for that?
Yeah. Compared to the climate we live in now, where you could be doing P-tapes.
But that's the thing was, like, Clinton had a small conspiracy. Like, he had referenced it as like a deep conspiracy when in retrospective it was a conspiracy, but it was like a small group of people who were just fucking out to get him as a political opponent. And
but things have adapted and changed because of that and other incidents, and now
nowadays
people are like handcuffed to do anything.
Monica Lewinsky is out there doing like public speeches about cyberbullying because of like what happened to her.
Yeah.
Because she just got fucking like dragged through the mud as like a 24-year-old, I think she was. She sucked some dick when she was 24, and then it's like everybody knows it.
The president.
Monica Lewinsky, you are the butt of every joke.
The president's dick too.
But still, though, like when it boils down to it,
I mean, the guy's a great saxophone player.
Yeah, they had footage of him playing saxophone on Arsenio.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, pretty good job. I mean, now that I looked at it back, I was like, oh yeah, it was cool, but like it was just some basically, it wasn't like, you know, some fucking
let's be honest.
Some Saturday Night Live saxophone solo.
Let's be honest, dude. He's the president. He's not a pro musician. He's just having a good time.
Yeah. It was like cool to do it.
And literally the sunglasses like fall out of the sky on top of his face when he does it. Yeah, I feel like Bill Clinton thing,
I feel like Bill Clinton was like a good president, like good representative, both in he had some like shortcomings on foreign policy where he should have acted earlier on
Hindsight's
certain
2020.
things. Yeah, hindsight's 2020, but he like followed up. I feel like he all in all he was like a good president. But now, oh my God, like just at least
the way things have adapted since those incidents with
at least be able to get on a mic and just be like, is this guy mentally challenged?
I mean, the public speaking ability has been going down from the last like three presidents.
I know you didn't really like Obama as a public speaker. I thought he was an all right public speaker. I thought he was articulate.
Bush wasn't very good.
Yeah,
Obama wasn't very good. Trump's not good.
No.
He's like, he speaks in incoherent sentences. And then the news like chops it up and like screws it so it makes sense.
The oil lines are plugged. Everything is broken.
You know, and then the media like takes it, chops it up so it makes coherent sense.
Sort of.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man.
It's a mad world we live in.
We should have just ended it on diarrhea so we could have brought it full circle.
It was a pretty good try, though. I thought we could stretch out diarrhea longer than to 15 minutes.
People are going to watch this or just like, just end it.
God, they're stupid poop jokes.
God. I wish
we
had
actually
more
started talking
jokes.
about we started talking about the videoscopic rendering from World War II and the giant penis thing.
Yeah.
We had 2 viewers and then we lost one.
Oh, and we started talking about that, or
the penis rocket.
Oh,
penis
because
rocket.
we stopped talking about it.
I think it was because we started talking about it because I checked and it went down from 2 to 1. Sorry, you don't like penis silhouettes.
You don't like dick jokes?
Yeah. Cardi B though.
You won't come over to my place later? No, actually, can I come over to your place later? All right. It is. We're at hour 53.
It's ugly out there. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.